Welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Jessica Klein. First on the local scene. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, GOSVG, has endorsed a statement by the Council for Foreign and Community Relations condemning U.S. actions against Cuba. SVG's government emphasized Cuba's right to territorial sovereignty, citing Article 2, Numbers 4 of the United Nations Charter, and condemned the US's unilateral sanctions and embargo, which impact thousands of Cubans. Furthermore, the government of SVG called for Cuba's removal from the U.S. State Department's list of state sponsors of terrorism, asserting that this designation undermines sovereignty and international law. The government reaffirmed its support for ending measures that violate human rights and welcomed peaceful dialogues to resolve disputes. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade will host the awards and prize-giving ceremony for its 2024 annual essay writing competition on June 25th at 10 a.m. on the third floor of the Administrative Center or Financial Complex. This competition offers Vincentian students a platform to display their research and creative writing skills, showcasing their knowledge of local, regional, and international affairs. This year, 38 students from 11 educational institutions participated, including the Bible Methodist School, Fancy Government School, Kingstown Preparatory School, Leewood Seventh-day Adventist Primary School, St. Mary's Catholic School, Sugar Mill Academy, Bookament Bay Secondary School, Girls High School, the St. Vincent Grammar School, Thomas Sanders Secondary School, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. The theme for this year's competition was Building Bridges, Unity, Language, and Diplomacy in a Globalized World. Digicel, the event's sole sponsor since its inception, continues to support this initiative, promoting youth development and nation building. Still on the local scene, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, SVGCC, has expressed sincere gratitude to the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, NTRC, for their generous donation of 2 projectors. The projectors, handed over on June 13, 2024, are expected to greatly enhance the educational resources at SVGCC, providing improved tools for teaching and learning. This contribution underscores NTRC's commitment to supporting education and technological advancement in the community. The NTRC has a long-standing history of supporting educational institutions in St. Vincent and the Grenadines through various donations and initiatives aimed at enhancing educational infrastructure. Their consistent support has significantly contributed to the development of local schools, ensuring students have access to the necessary tools for a modern education. On the regional scene, St. Lucia witnessed a surge in violence over the weekend, recording 4 homicides as gang warfare erupted in the northern part of the island. In response to the violence, law enforcement officials are urging families to cooperate, especially if they are aware of their members' involvement in criminal or gang activities. St. Lucian community activist Venus Cherry emphasized that many families are aware of their relatives' criminal involvements, but choose to conceal that knowledge. He cautioned that such secrecy ultimately leads to more pain and suffering. Every time a criminal is shot and killed, we hear he was a good boy. No, he was not, explained Cherry. The authorities are calling for community support to address this escalating issue, stressing that cooperation is crucial in curbing the violence and restoring peace. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said he's determined to lend his full support to a proposed hotel project at Rocky Point, Tobago. Speaking at Thursday's post-cabinet media briefing at Whitewall, Dr. Rowley said Tobago needs to increase the number of available rooms on the island if it is to become a viable tourism destination. Tobago will not become a proper tourism destination without an increase in the number of high quality hotel rooms. Airlines are using larger planes. The government has taken a decision to give Tobago a chance to become a proper tourism destination. He also slammed those in objection to the project. Dr. Keith Rowley added that he invited potential investors from Ghana and India to Tobago to see if there was any interest in building similar projects. Finally, on the international scene, the G7 has agreed to use frozen Russian assets to raise $50 billion for Ukraine to help it fight invading Russian forces. US President Joe Biden said it was another reminder to Russia that we are not backing down, but in Moscow, President Vladimir Putin said that the move was theft, which would not go unpunished. Also at the G7 summit in Italy, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Mr. Biden signed a 10-year bilateral security deal between Ukraine and the US, hailed by Kiev as historic. The agreement foresees US military and training aid to Ukraine, but it does not commit Washington to send troops to fight for its ally. According to the White House, the security deal means Washington and Kiev will work to build and maintain Ukraine's defense and deterrence capability, bolster the country's defense industrial base, and support economic recovery and energy security. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 5:30 p.m.